So everyone, welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I want to take a break from the traditional hockey coverage and bring in a big news story, not to offer opinions or anything on it, but the Whitey Bulger trials going on, and being in Boston, being in Southeast, it's a good first-hand look at it. And Bulger did some atrociously horrible things, and is an awful human being. But it's come down that exactly 1 week to the night before he was captured in Santa Monica, California, by the FBI. He was at Game 7 of the 2011 Stanley Cup Finals, watching the Bruins beat Vancouver. He drove 20 hours from Santa Monica to Vancouver with the FBI trailing him. No, I mean, they were in a hot pursuit, but they were lingering behind him. And to watch the Bees win the Stanley Cup, that's you got to tip your hat and be like, wow. And like I said, he was an awful human. He is an awful human being. He did some atrocious things. But to be number two, actually number one, he was second behind Bin Laden, and they killed Bin Laden about a month before that. To be number one on the FBI's most wanted list, cross a border and go on a hockey game while scalping a ticket. It takes some guts, and Jesus, it's. And there's a picture going on. Chris Nyland is a kid with, I think, not Whitey's daughter and stepdaughter. So there's a picture of him and Chris Nyland at the Stanley Cup from when Nyland won it with Montreal. But it's still, it's mind-boggling to think, every time you watch the old highlights it was 2 years ago, but you see the highlights of it, it's like, Whitey's there somewhere, and it's like, talk about a guy that really evaded the net for a long time, and just figured I'd bring it up because it is kind of a anecdote. That I think will be added to the lure of the Bruins' first Stanley Cup in 40 years. Whitey Bulger was at Game 7. I mean, it's like watching a Lakers game looking for Jack Nicholson, only Jack Nicholson wasn't a cold-blooded murderer. Anyway, thought it'd be kind of funny to share some thoughts and insight on it. But that's this episode of the Power Play with CJ on Whitey Bulger being in Vancouver for Game 7 of the 2011 Stanley Cup Finals. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the off-season and beyond. Later, guys.